Well, folks, Antonio T. Smith Jr. is doing it again.
He's done it again.
Yes, he has, giving away so much knowledge just to help you succeed, walk out of the middle class, become a multimillionaire. He is giving away his book just for you.
The name of that book, The Richest Man in the Trash Can. You want to make sure you get this book. Here's why.
If you are someone who is tired, frustrated, irritated of the day-to-day schedule of waking up, going to work, going back home, going to sleep just to do it all over again, not being able to spend time with your family, you just got married, you just had kids, or you take care of your parents and you're not there to do it, this is the book for you.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This book is free 99. Yes, you heard me. Free 99. Okay? All yours for free.
Yes, free 99. All you have to do is just pay shipping and handling.
That's it.
$9.95 just to get your free book. This book is a life changer. I'm trying to tell you guys, everything in this book is what Antonio taught myself and Grace that enabled us to retire. Yes, we are retired and we haven't even hit our 40s yet.
Woo!
I'm just saying.
I got a few months to go. Don't worry about it.
Shh. Don't nobody need to know that, girl. You don't look it.
That's it.
Go get it. Go get it and walk yourself out of the middle class into the life you deserve. Walk yourself into abundance. Abundance is freedom, and this book is your journey out.
You can plant better.
You can dominate. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for joining us for the CEO conference call this evening. If you are in a position to, we do ask that you please turn on your camera so we can see your wonderful smiling faces and feel your amazing energy. At any point, if you would like to participate in tonight's conference call, please put your questions or your comments in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I now pass it over to my business partner, Ms. Grace Y. Sandals.
Thank you so much, Ms. D. Marie. Welcome everybody again to tonight's CEO conference call. I'm about to get out of the way of greatness and introduce you all to the person, the speaker, the CEO, who is about to let us know how to go and get this money in his own way. He is the CEO of the ATSJR companies, the millionaire maker, the gentleman whose pillows I'm still going to steal because I like them. In his man cave that he has, and he has someone that's sitting with him that's making him look real good right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Woo, woo, woo.
That's it. I sure appreciate y'all. Can you hear, baby? Okay, she can hear something like, yes, she's been sitting under me the whole time. But anywho, I appreciate all of you. I'm so glad that you are here. Got a couple of things to say. I will tell you that now is your time. I'm going to move out the way for greatness with Tempest, but everything that I have been building since 2009 is occurring right now in this place. One mission, one vision, all to this moment. So get ready for the greatness that is. I will tell you that typically I am CIA intelligence private with my life and everything due to my military background, but due to Kobe Bryant's death, I've been taking far more pictures and doing far more loving with the buttons on my coat. So go out there and love anybody and have a good time with whoever it is that you appreciate. In the meantime, I will come back. We have the curly-haired woman who is a powerhouse in herself with the cutest left dimple on planet Earth. Her name is Tempest, and she will teach you something that you all can have. Go ahead, Tempest. Let us hear it.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for lending us your Sunday evening. I'm not going to talk long because I'm slightly distracted because this is NBA All-Star weekend, and this is my favorite weekend, and I want to watch the game, so I'm not going to talk long. But the only thing that I want to say is just show up for your own greatness. Stop letting opportunities pass you by. Stop letting your inner critic talk you out of your dreams or your greatness or your next level. Love yourself enough to take that step. Love yourself enough to know what's worthy of you. Love yourself enough to show up to the arena and be seen and be heard and be bold and be proud of what you've done. I've said it before, and I think I'm going to say it every time. I don't want to wait until the end of my life and reflect on what I could have done. I want to reflect on everything that I did. And I hope that you all feel that too. Stop sleeping on your greatness. Stop sleeping on opportunities. Stop sleeping on blessings that other people don't get. Someone had plans for today and they didn't get to wake up this morning, or they didn't make it to 9:04 p.m. Central Standard Time. So stop playing with your life. Stop playing with the time that you've been gifted, and go after every single thing that's for you. I'm proud of each of you. I'm grateful for each of you. And I love you all. Go out there and win, get it, go get your dreams, and be the best version of you that you can possibly be. That's it.
All right. Well, I will be follow that same energy, and so you all can get back to your NBA weekend. Let me tell you just a few things before I introduce our guest, Satish. Satish Arahab will be on the phone, and we're going to talk. He is our programmer coordinator, VP of all sorts of IT, and then plus we have other programmers doing all sorts of great things. Let me tell you, I didn't do anything middle class when I set up this company. Not a single thing. Not a middle class motive, not a middle class mindset, not a middle class anything. And since 2009, when I was trying to figure out how anybody got rich during down times, I couldn't figure it out, and I finally figured out amongst myself. So here's what I will tell you, that there is infinite possibilities here, and so many things that have been invested that, like Tibbet said, don't sleep on yourself. I got people that are in this network that just don't know the magnitude of this moment. Even some good friends, even close friends, have no idea how big this moment is and how big things are going. That being said, let me introduce you to someone who flew all the way from India to head our stuff. He has already revenued for companies over $50 million. He's worked for Larson and Infotech. He's worked for Centel and SPS.com. He's done business with Mercedes-Benz and did their entire infrastructure and management support. He's even done Heinz Ketchup and had all sorts of stuff, ran complete phone call centers, completed complete infrastructures, banking companies, and all sorts of stuff. And now he is working with us to get all of our software needs off the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Satish Raya. There it is. Come on, man. Talk. Give us some love. Yes. So I'm going to set you up real quick, brother, and then I'm going to let you talk freely. Tell us, you've been with us almost a week and a half now. Tell us what you've learned. And I don't know what he's going to say, just from watching us work every single day. Since you've been down, we haven't taken a single day off in almost 14 days. Tell us what you picked up. Tell us what you learned, and we'll go from there.
Good evening to everyone. Just one thing which I'm taking back along with me for my entire life is that if you have a goal, there is no way you can compromise with it. Otherwise, you're not committed to your goal. And every morning we start at 7:30, and when Antonio leaves at 10 o'clock, I'm like, oh God. First 2 days, I'm like, oh, why did I come here? And now I have no problem to stay awake for 16 hours to continue working. And this is amazing journey. All along I have built many big accounts, but this account for me, I think this is going to be my last account which I'm going to work for. All along.
Hold on real quick, Satish. Hold on real quick. We're going to let them unmute their mics and clap about that. So y'all can go ahead and unmute your mics and clap. Praises in this course.
That's fantastic news.
Welcome to the family.
Yes. Oh, Hannah.
Last account he'll ever have to work. There's plenty of reasons why. We'll see if we get to him. Keep going, man. Keep going. So we're working 16 hours days for 13 straight. Keep going.
Yeah. And today also, I'm still sitting there. Everybody left home. And every time I went to build an account for bringing revenue for my company. And this time also I came for the same purpose, but over a period of 2 days, everything changed. And now I brought in the best solution architect to handle this in the back end, but I am going to stay back with ATS team.
Boom. That's it right there.
Fantastic.
Do me a favor.
Fantastic.
Do me a favor, send Deanna his LinkedIn page. We have Satish, one of the best in the whole world, and then we have the very best head programmer one of the most in the entire world that will be programming for us. So we're going to let Deanna show you his page, but in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few of his current clients. So you actually let me start off a few of his current clients, but let me first start off and tell you which company did we take on to do all of our work. Wow. Here we go. Here you go, baby. This is the company, Sagasoft Limited in India, publicly traded company in the world. Right, doing now pretty good. Sagasoft, this is their website, and this is their publicly traded company. Now, that being said, here is one of our head architect. This is one of his clients. It is not the biggest client. Go ahead. You can go ahead and look at that, and maybe you should shout a little bit of something, but I'm telling you that our head architect doing all of our stuff, Duke University, is one of his clients. Another one of his clients is a whole bank. Would y'all like that? A whole world bank called RoboBank. And this is with mentioning all the clients without the NDAs. Another one of the clients is this company here. And don't think website. Website is not what we're talking about here. That's part of it. We're talking about complete infrastructure in IT, which I'll let Satish explain. And another one of the clients is this company right here. That being said, we have one of the, I wish I could tell you some more, but it's some NDAs going on. We have one of the best people in the entire world. Satish, hold on, let me see real quick. Donna, do you have his personal profile thing up on LinkedIn? You have that ready? Yes? Okay, go ahead and share that. She's sharing that right now, and I'm going to let Satish explain how all of this came to be. As a matter of fact, Satish, you can do that while she's sharing. Won't you tell us why you picked this person to head our case?
So with my basic experience with all these building businesses with Komatsu for $21.68 million account, which I built from the scratch while helping our customers ease out on all the major problems what they had. So this was my recent biggest success. And one thing I know, choosing right people whether it is project or life or department team, it is so important. And that's why after coming to Antonio's connect, I realized Antonio, to support Antonio's biggest dream, we cannot compromise with whom we bring in. So that's how I picked up this person. His name is Pawan, and he's been with Sagarsoft for about 8 years now. Not even a single project had escalations. And everywhere, wherever he has worked, wherever we go, only Pawan, because of Pawan, our company image is in good shape. Right, so he's been doing great job, and the way he builds the architecture and all that, it is completely flawless. And I told Pawan, you start working with this account, you will never regret. And I told Antonio, let's start working together and you will never regret. And I know both of us will be mutually beneficial. So that being said, our purpose is only one thing: to make everyone's life easy. What do I mean by saying that? Whatever monotonous work we are doing, when I say we, I am already ATS. So I'm one of the proud member of ATS family. So whatever we are doing, all the manual monotonous tasks will be automated, and everything, whatever we want, everything should be available here. And you don't have to struggle. Oh, how much did I do? What am I doing? Where am I going? Everything. Today I was telling Antonio, not only ATS team members will know where they are, even you will see that $100 billion and the percentage of your progress, right? I don't want Antonio to sleep off on his dream. So on my wallpaper also, I have this message: don't sleep on your dreams, right? And dreams is definitely not common. Everybody dreams. So anyway, here is what I request all of you to help you. I want to know what problems you guys are facing at this point of time, and what issues you have, and what is that you think will best help ATS network. So these things, if you can share this information with Diana, that will help us to incorporate while we build the system. And
now, do me a favor real quick, Satish. Do me a favor. What kind of system? Not too many details because we don't have time. But what do you mean by system? Is it just network marketing software? Is it a suite? What kind of system is it?
Oh, it is complete. I would call it suite because it has network marketing and social media integration and your CRM, Business University, and business consulting, including your revenue tracking system, everything, and mobile apps, notification, and all the marketing.
Yeah, so, you hold on. You gave it out. You gave it out a lot of information. Hold on for a second. They like that kind of stuff around here. They like that. Now, if Bree wants to track her money and see projections and all that stuff and her goals, is that possible?
Yes.
Outstanding. Give us a little rundown of that.
All that she needs to have ATS app installed in her mobile, and she should be able to see her profile and how much, if she's involved in sales, how much sales she's doing, and what are the pending tractions she has to follow up, and how much she has closed, and how much money has already gone to her account. So all these things she can track.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me ask you a question. You've been here for 2 weeks. You've been here more than 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks, 16-hour days minimum for 14 plus days straight. We haven't taken off. Everybody has worked as hard as they can. We've been struggling as far as me pushing everybody to do the most maximum effort. What would you, from your observation, you've seen some things, what would you what bit of advice would you have for them moving forward?
So we are not in a journey where it is a very small journey. And just to give you one parameter which probably you will be able to realize, Antonio's network will have 1.25 million users probably next 1.5 year. So we are talking about 12 months to 18 months, we will have 1.25 million users. And
Wait a minute, Satish. They didn't hear you. I know damn well they didn't hear you. And so we just going to rewind and press play because now you done brought out all my lying. So they didn't hear you. I know damn well they didn't hear you. Back up. Now, from projections, are you making this up? Or this just math? We're going to have how many users in less than a year or a little bit around a year?
Yeah, it's about 1.25 million users. I am underestimating, but the way we have the projections and the way we are gathered the data to build the system or the suite, it is definitely more than 1.25 million users. So now,
and what makes you see that? I know it's all math, but we need to communicate this real quick because you're one of those smart people that don't realize how smart you are when you talk. Okay, you're one of those smart people. What makes us know, and not me, because I didn't give you that number, what made you and the IT that's building know that we're going to have 1.25 million people in the next year?
yes. I would tell you the number where I got it, and maybe you can explain it because you know it well. So,
I'm not explaining nothing. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to just let you talk.
yeah. So the first number is 450,000 users. And that is purely coming through network marketing software system. Sorry. So when we started gathering the information for this network marketing software, it appeared that 450,000, and over a period of time, another 450,000 users appeared. And we were wondering, and when I asked Antonio, is this the same 450,000 or is it a different business unit? And I was shocked. That was a different stream of users. And that was not it. I got another shock when we were talking about recession.
Okay, we can stop right there. That's too much. The Feds is watching. But we do appreciate you very much. All these numbers is conservative numbers that are already happening. And then they did some mathematics on out with my plan, with what we got going on. And then with their help, that's what's going to happen. Satish, let me ask you a few more questions. So unique visitors, can you define the users? Define the users for me.
Okay.
Satish, this unique visitors, what's the user?
Okay. Users are paid customers.
That's all we need to talk about. Paid customers. As in paid customers.
Yeah.
Paid monthly customers. Now everybody pause real quick. Back up real quick. Hold on, Satish. Let me put some weight on it. Right now, you're at the top of everything. That means 1.25 million people have to go through you should you choose to do what Tempest say and don't sleep on you. Wait a minute. Some of y'all, you have not captured or seized your moment. Hell, some of you who've known me for a while ain't captured and seized your moment. Some of you who don't know me at all ain't captured and seized your moment. And it's right here, kindly, as my Nigerian brothers and sisters would say, kindly sitting here for you to take. That's what's happening right now. That's simple. That 1.25 million is going to happen regardless. Grace, you got your laptop? Do me a favor. Share your calculator. And then we're going to throw it back to Satish. Satish, unmute your mic real quick. Now, you shouldn't know the answer, but I'm going to see how well we communicate ourselves. Satish, unmute your mic. As far as the network marketing company goes, what percentage of money are we sharing with the users, with these users on this microphone right now? You got to unmute your mic. What percentage? Okay, so he's 14 days fresh. Somebody help me. Somebody help him real quick. Hold on, Grace. I'm gonna stop sharing that real quick. What percentage of every dollar that comes into this company goes out?
50.
50%. All right, get ready for an alley-oop, Satish. I'm about to throw you an American basketball. We throw the alley, and then you got to catch it with two hands, and then you got to dunk it and put your elbow in the rim, okay? And then like sprain your finger on the rim and come on down, okay? That's you got to do all that. Go ahead and share your screen, Grace. Everybody pay attention. 1.25 million people. Grace, at our lowest monthly product as is right now, what price is that, Grace?
$19.97.
$19.99 now. We'll change it.
Oh, $19.99.
So do 1.25 million. 1,250,000. Multiply that by $19.99. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got to this company, this network marketing company, it's very transparent. It's free to join. It's a linear compensation plan. That means it's just straight down. Ain't no left leg, right leg, all that stuff. Now that's 1.25 times $19.99, right, Grace? Now do me a favor though.
Yes.
Is that the total? Is that a year's worth or is that a month's worth?
That's a month's worth.
Can you show us a year?
Yes, sir.
Now can you divide that by 2? Can you read that number for us, Grace?
Wait a minute, because they don't do commas. $149,925,000 a year.
Keep that up there, Grace. No, don't even say nothing else. Keep that up there. Keep that up there. If we get 1.25 million, which our come on, law gets it. Law gets it. If we do this, and our IT team is projecting that much, that's $149 million. I got to go through everybody listening to me. Period. Period. I don't know what you pray for, but I know I pray for that. Satish, come on back here. Now, keep talking. You was going to say something important. Go ahead. Keep talking.
So can I join this network?
I think that was an appropriate response.
So I can go back to Komatsu and bring all of them on board from Chicago. Anyway.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. This is ground level network marketing. Any one of you that just want to tap into you, right? Not your gifts, just be your regular self. Every flaw, all the busyness, just be you. With the kids, with the no kids, right? Just be you. All of you know there's power in being first. All of you. I don't have to teach you that. Every last one of you know that if you were the first to YouTube, you'd be a millionaire. Employee number 23 with Facebook right now is multi-millions. First 20 people that started with Michael Dell, billionaires. And everybody knows in network marketing, the closer you get to the beginning, the more money you make. Satish, give us some final words, brother. I know you got a lot of stuff to say, but we're gonna wrench around and wrench it off. Give us some final words, and what would you say? Let me let you free talk. Go on, have your way. What can you tell us?
I just have one statement to make. My current company makes $53 million revenue every year, and I told them this is going to be my one and only account which we all will be working. Right, so that speaks everything, right?
That speaks everything.
Yeah.
I need y'all to know that this is so big that we just became a publicly traded company's biggest account. Now, Tempest, did you want to say anything? All right. Now let me talk. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. I hope it's great. I hope it's fantastic. I pray you nothing but peace and prosperity. I don't know what's going on. I can absolutely tell you that the universe is reversing itself. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you from observation that everything wrong in this world is slowly reversing itself. Everything. I can tell you. I can tell you those in power are quickly becoming unpowered. And those who were last are starting to become first. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you you just look out in observations. I can absolutely tell you that whole first shall be last, last shall be first thing is happening right now. And the internet has a lot to do with that. I can tell you that. Here's what I can also tell you. That when you find people who are not ready to commit to themselves, they always blame other people. I can tell you that for sure. I told a bunch of people today, Satish was there, that a lot of people run to religion so they don't have to take responsibility for their life. Now, I'm not anti-religion. I hope you have a great religion, whatever that may be, and I hope you use it greatly. I can tell you, and if you know me, or if you don't know me, if you know me and don't like me, it's one thing you can count on. I'm way too arrogant to fail. If you can't count on nothing else, you can count on, I don't know if y'all saw Shannon, yep, right? If you can't count on nothing else, you can count on that I'm going to get what I said just because I said it. And that's $149 million I got to pay out. Now, I don't know you, but I do know this. I wouldn't miss a dime. Not one. Not one. I want everything that's for me. In the office today, we've been doing 16-hour days, no complaints. I ain't been talking to nobody. I ain't been talking to my friends. Ain't talked to nobody. I haven't. I made a commitment to myself that I was going to be quiet and produce until complete. And until then, I ain't talking to nobody. Dead serious. I went silent on my mama. Not my real mama, my adopted mama. I ain't talking to nobody because I'm putting 100% of my energy in making this work. Two things I want to say. I don't know what you're willing to give up, but I was willing to give up the control of people's opinion of me to make this work. I don't know what you're willing to give up, but you got to give up something. You cannot hold a seed in your hand and expect it to grow roots. Seeds only grow when you release them. The second thing I want to tell you And I can't say this enough. I want everything. Abundance is my birthright. I don't want half. I don't want a little bit. I want everything. Not because I want it. And y'all hear me very well. Because I was born into it. And then adults told me I can't have it. And I'm not with that no more. When I was born from my mother's womb, my lungs did not say you got to get some air, not all of it. My lungs, before I was conscious enough to understand I had lungs, knew abundance is what they deserved. My heart did not beat a little bit. My blood didn't flow halfway. My tears didn't run with low self-esteem. And my bones didn't kind of grow. My teeth cut in with so much abundance it made me cry when I start teething. I wanted milk the day I was born. Now think about that. Right now, you adults have trained yourself not to be greedy. I came out here greedy. Because it wasn't called greedy, it was called abundance. Name one of y'all came out your mother's womb and said, don't feed me. It is a lie that you can't have your cake and eat it too. Every last one of us came out of here selfishly wanting a meal, not because we wanted one, because we knew it was our birthright to get fed, and somebody had to come off our food. And now we act like we got to ask for prosperity. Here's the way I see it. The United States of America is going to have $20 trillion in circulation, whether you want it to or not. And I'll be damned if I can't hold on to $20. You saw the math. Grace, share your calculator again. Share it again. Share it just share it. Share it and do the math all over again. Oh, you ain't got to do the math. There it is right there. That ain't total money. That's commissions. Stop sharing it, Grace. Stop sharing it. It's too much. It's kicking in people's auto suggestion. You don't have to believe. I'll end with a story about why you don't have to believe. There was a carpenter from Nazareth. I don't know if y'all heard of him. This man was asleep in a ship. And this man was not bothered by the incoming storm. And his friends, buddies, road dogs, students, disciples decided, it's a storm coming. We're going to panic when the water gets inside the boat. Actually, that's not too bad of a trip. So then they ran to him. He speaks away the storm, but you know what? Forget all that. That ain't the point of the story. If you go to that sacred text, if you Google that story, something's going to change your life, Liddell. That story starts off by saying, and this man was in the ship. Pay attention, y'all. And other little ships went with them. Cam Norris, don't miss it. That's the last time those little ships are mentioned. But when the protagonist spoke away the storm of his ship, he also spoke away the storm of those little ships. Come on, I wish I had somebody. You don't have to have the savior, nor do you have to have the breakthrough. All you need to do is be close enough to the place that got $149 million paying out in commissions. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We sure do appreciate you.
Wow.
So hope you got you a message. Unmute your mics and show everybody some love.
Hey, that's a Sunday message for sure.
Sunday message.
Amen. Took us to church.
Good night, everybody.
All right, church for the unchurched.
You should really be famous for every tear you've ever cried, for everything that's ever happened to you, for all the abuse you've ever been through, for the divorce you've ever been through. You should absolutely be famous for that. Yeah, that's how I think. As a matter of fact, that's how most of us great motivational speakers or platform speakers, we are. I speak over 400 times a year. I command over $40,000 a keynote. $40,000 a keynote. I can make $30,000 in 30 minutes. All because my story was one of tragedy. And I've learned how to take it to one of great wealth. I want to teach you that. I want to give to you free, no risk, no charge, no credit card needed. Free 20 hours of how to get famous for telling your story. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. I'm not sure if you already know this, but you're already absolutely perfect. You're already absolutely great, and you're already living in massive abundance. The most important things that you have is not what you have, it's not what you do, it's what you know. Because the people who do know what you need to know to lead the middle class, they're in the top 1%, and they control 96% of the world's income. 97% of this world is trading time for money, and that is not the way to become rich, it's not the way to become wealthy, and it is absolutely not the way to leave the middle class. There are 7.8 billion people in the world right now, and they all want to learn how to make money and how to leave the middle class. But the way to become a master at anything is to learn all the rules and then bend them to your favor. Right now in this world, there are 2,057 billionaires. Right now. So if you think becoming a billionaire is impossible, that's 2,057 people that have already proved that impossibility incorrect. And if you think that's crazy, there are 46.8 million millionaires in the world, worldwide right now. Now think about that. 46.8 million millionaires, and that number grows 1,730 millionaires every single day. Money is everywhere. You don't need to max out your credit cards. You don't need to borrow from granddad and grandma. Just look behind me. Look at all the wealth sitting behind me in this junkyard. It's insane how much money is everywhere, and you don't need to go out there and beg, borrow, and steal to get it. You just need to know the rules of making money and how to leave the middle class. Essentially, all you need to know is the algorithm of making money, the rules of making money. All you need to know is what to do and how to do it, and you can leave the middle class. Any industry, yoga, golf, underwater basket weaving, clipping fingernails, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is know how to do it, how to get it done, and then find somebody to teach you how to do it, how to get it done, and you will be able to leave the middle class. If you're not getting my point, it's real simple. Whatever you have up here, as long as you understand the rules of leaving the middle class, as long as you understand how to get money, you can take what's up here and get wealthy from what you already have. Right now, the very thing you know up here is already being searched 1,000 times a second on Google. Someone right now, actually 1,730 people right now are going to become a millionaire from the stuff that you have in your head. Why can't this be you? I mean, it's 1,730 people with your ideas that are no better than you, that are going to leave the middle class, become a millionaire. Why are you not next? So how do we do this? How do we take what you know and apply it to objective money-making secrets and then allow you to leave the middle class? How do we take you from where you are and let you escape to where you want to go? So how do we make all this money or take all this knowledge from the Warren Buffetts, from the Elon Musk? How do we take everything that everyone before you has done, and how do we take all of that and then put it in your head so you can leave a legacy for your family? My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. 32 years ago, I lived in a trash can. That's right, from 6 to 14, I had no running water, no electricity, no anything, and somehow I'm in the top 1% today. Not because I had the right background, not because I had a silver spoon in my mouth, simply because being homeless made me learn how to make money. I retired when I was 29 years old. I'm more than likely younger than you. I'm one of the top 1% income earners in one of the richest countries in the world. What I learned how to do when I was 6 years old was learn how to generate enough money to eat some cookies so I wouldn't die to death from starvation. From there, I learned how to go from cookies to a meal. From a meal to clothes to shelter to everything else that supplied my necessary needs. When I was 6, I was forced to learn how to make money, and now that's what I'm going to do and help you do. I've seen amazing results. I have my own economy, I've homeschooled my own children, and I wrote a book that teaches you every single thing that I know about making money, every single thing that other people know about making money, and most importantly, all the stuff that we don't tell you. Because the truth is, and you know it like I know it, the most honest, the most hardworking, unselfish people on planet Earth live in the middle class. Yet, your honesty, your unselfishness, your devout religion-going self is not enough to get to the top 1%, and that's not fair. The second half of my life has been not about how much money I make, but how I will be remembered from all the money that I have made. And I've been trying to teach everybody how to get out the middle class. I'm the crazy guy famous on the internet for trying to create 100,000 millionaires. I've created 8 so far. I got a 9th one on the way, all the way from India. That's pretty cool. And what I want to tell you is something very simple. It's been hard. It's been absolutely hard to help people leave the middle class, not because of the people, because the system would rather keep you being someone else's money instead of you having your own economy and having the money come find and flow to you. It was frustrating because I knew that anybody can make money. And if you knew what I knew, you would change your life. Over the last few years, I've built a large following of over 500,000 people every month that pay me for me to give them advice. Well, that's been exciting for me. And the cool thing is I've created thousands of six-figure earners. I've created millionaires. I've created people who can live their dreams and hold on to their legacies. And now my eyes are on you to create you to what you need to be great. I have been teaching my principles and these principles to hundreds of thousands of people around the world, every country, all continents, and anyone who has taken them seriously, written them down, and applied them have a 100% success rate of leaving the middle class. I've taught these secrets to my following and my inner network, and I've watched them go from 4 figures to 5 figures, 5 figures to 6 figures, 7 figures, all the way to 8. Everything that I've ever learned, everything I've ever learned from millionaire mentors, billionaire mentors, and everything I learned from being homeless, and everything that got me into the top 1%, I have placed inside of a book. To date, it is the longest book that I've ever written, the most best book that I've ever written, and that book is called The Richest Man in the Trash Can, and I'm offering it to you today for free. This book is going to show you how to become wealthy into the top 1% and leave the middle class. This book is going to give you a step-by-step plan if you're 30 years old, all the way to 70 years old, how to get into the top 1%. If you're a teenager, how to get to the top 1%. If you're a millennial, how to get to the top 1%. It's going to teach you how to make 6 figures immediately, teach you how to get to $1 million immediately, and all that good stuff. Plus, I'm going to give you the 36 objective laws of leaving the middle class. Plus, I'm going to give you every last one of my secrets that have made me rich. You have to understand that leaving the middle class is the most important fight that you're going to have in your life. To be honest with you, and you can kind of relate to this, it almost takes $450,000 a year just to be broke in America. And that's just in America. If you don't leave the middle class, which is actually an illusion, then you are going to have a really hard time. think about it for a second. Most of you going to be watching this are going to be baby boomers, and you've been sold a bad check. They lied to you. Your retirement was not enough for you to live comfortable, and I'm going to give you this book for free so you can figure out how to triple your retirement and then quadruple your retirement, and then, as Grant Cardone would say, 10x your retirement so you can live the life that's worthy of you. I want you to remember that leaving the middle class is the most important battle that you could ever face in your entire life, especially for your family. So consider this video, this book, your friendly tap on the shoulder. I want to send you a free copy of this book because I believe that abundance is your birthright. I believe that abundance is freedom, and I believe that this book is right for you. In fact, I believe in that so much that I will send you the book for free. All you have to do is cover the cost of shipping. I'll eat the cost. I'll take the loss. And all you have to do is get the book and dominate your reality right now and apply the principles so you can be the best person for your life that is yours. Fill out the form sitting right there to the right. Go ahead, dominate your reality. I can't wait to send you my book. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to have you as someone that's been on the journey with me. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate.